Solon is one of the most desirable suburbs of Cleveland. But why is that? Why are so many people trying to move into Solon or not leaving Solon? Is it the housing? Is it the school system? What really is it? Well, you're about to find out as I do a deep dive into Solon, Ohio. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. If you have any questions regarding the real estate market here, go in the description below, click on my calendar link, book a call with me. I'd love to chat and help you out like I helped out so many others. So without further ado, let's go check out Solon, Ohio. So here is Solon, Ohio. As you see, dotted red line, it is located right there. There's Cleveland. You are roughly a half an hour drive to get to downtown Cleveland. And that is simply taking I-77 right here, 480, and it puts you into the heart of Solon, which is right here at 91. And this is 43 that runs through here. So as we zoom in, let's get down to it and check out Solon itself. Now, I do want to point out one of the great things is Solon, as you see, according to niche.com, #1 best places to raise a family in Cuyahoga County. Done. They are the best. A+ overall that they have. A+ public schools. Housing is A. A+ for families. They got crime and safety is rated at B+. Nightlife is B+. I will say, though, like their nightlife, it's kind of lacking depending on what you're looking for. They have a bowling alley. They have a couple places, the American Tavern, and the Annex Bar and Grill. Those are like the two hot spots for the nightlife. However, that's basically it. So if you're really looking for like that night on a town or a bar crawl, if you're into doing something like that, you are going to most likely have to drive to Cleveland, because their nightlife isn't all that great. It still gets a good rating, but it's still not like the greatest. A- in diversity. Population, just over 24,000. So it's not, crazy populated as far as some of the other suburbs in the vicinity, but still a good amount of people that end up living there. Their real estate, median home value, $366,000. As you see, there's the national price. It is more expensive to live here, and I will get into that a little bit later on to explain why it is like that. Median rent, $1,335, with the national around $1,200. But as you can see, there's not that much that's actually being rented out. It is more so owned properties that they end up having. And some homes for sale right now, 800,000, 519, 255, and then 1 million. So it varies going all throughout there. Now, as we get back to the map, I want to go into their parks that they end up having. So if we pull the sidebar here, Solon, we'll put in their parks. And here we go. They got Bainbridge Park. There's Bicentennial. This right here, this is the big area that most people end up going to, is the Solon Community Park and then their community center. And their park it's pretty amazing. They got a lot of great stuff. As you can see, dogs allowed, 4.5-star ranking. That is awesome. We scroll down. I just want to show you a couple right there. Nice park for small kids, playgrounds, lots of space to run. Park has nice amenities, lends itself to a family-friendly place, easily accessible with clean and well-maintained and equipped facility. That's always a plus, because let's be honest, how many times have you gone to a park and the restrooms are just absolutely disgusting? So that's good to see that in the reviews there. If we go to the photos, this right here, my kids would absolutely love. That's awesome. Kind of like it's almost like a safety town. If any of you were around for that or did any of that, when you learned, the red light and the green light and stopping, going, all that fun stuff. But there's some pictures of the playground. They definitely upped it. That's a more up to date one. And it's just overall, it is just a really nice place, a huge field. Obviously they're playing some baseball. They got soccer fields. There's the nets that are sitting in there. They do have baseball fields as well. There you go. So a lot of great stuff that they have going on at the community park. They even have some pavilions that you could end up renting out. It's just overall a really amazing place, and they're doing so well with it. And it's definitely a huge amenity to the community itself. Now, if we back out of the pictures here, another place I want to show you, another standout spot right here. It's Kedem Lake. This is actually a winery and vineyard as well. I will take you down. You can look at the reviews. It's 3.8, but I haven't heard anything bad about it. There's 4 reviews, so of course this one negative review is going to affect it. So not many people reviewed it, but 22-acre lake stands as Cuyahoga County's largest and testament to a beauty of private natural estates. Hidden gem enveloped in a lush natural reserve offers a glimpse of tranquility and serenity. Apparently, I'm having a hard time reading right now. If we get into a lot of the pictures, it's gorgeous. Like that sunset is amazing. There's, the vineyards obviously that are associated with it. Plenty of nature. As much as I don't like winter, that's still a beautiful picture. So kudos to whoever snapped that one. And it's just beautiful. There's really no other way to explain this. And what I want to do is back out of here. And if we go, let me pull up the right tab for you. There it is, right there. Kedem Lake. Winery, waterfront community, 103-acre site is what's sitting back there. And this place is phenomenal. They do a tremendous job. And believe it or not, that right there, you see that's a hotel that they end up having. Yeah, it's like a resort. So if you're looking for, like a anniversary night with your significant other, or just a random, day getaway on the weekend or something, you could go right in your own hometown. If you're living in Solon, go here. You could end up enjoying a beautiful view and having some delicious wine, an amazing meal. They have you covered. If we take a look at the site plan here, so there it is in all its glory. They got beachfront, that's right there. There's the winery and the vineyard with the, the restaurants. They got the trail that's all throughout here, townhomes. There's condominium estates, single family living if you want to be, essentially right there at the lake. But it is just, it's a beautiful place. You definitely want to go check this out. If we look at some of the other ones, there's Timber Lake Park that's sitting right here. Another great park that they end up having. And then here they are on the other end. You have a sledding hill that's right there. There's Hawthorne Ridge picnic area. So they definitely have you covered for all of, you outdoor enthusiasts that like to get outside and just enjoy nature in itself. Now, for you car enthusiasts that are out there, Solon is home to probably the best car show in the state of Ohio, and it is Rock and Roll Capital Street Machines. I personally have been here many years ago when I had a 1968 Camaro, and it is phenomenal. It is such a great time. They do they host specific events throughout the year. Like right here, you can see August 6th is Corvette donation night, benefit car show. Where you're gonna have to pay, but it's a benefit car show. That's awesome that they end up doing that. and you can win a restored gas power mini car Corvette go-kart. Like, how cool is that? I would love to have that thing, go cruise around in that thing. But they do a lot of great stuff. Like right there, oh, that right there, that Hellcat, that's my baby that I'm, saving up for right now. But May 7th, muscle cars 1980 or newer. That's my era. I love muscle cars, especially back from the late 60s and 70s. But let me know what you're into, like if you're a car enthusiast. Is this something that you would travel to, even if you don't live in Solon, but you're in Northeast Ohio and you just didn't know about this car show? But they have tons of stuff on specific dates. There you go, May 21st. You might as well just change that name over to, Rubber Ducks, because it's all Jeeps that are coming in through there. And they just have a lot of different stuff. There you go. Mustang, Cougar, T-Bird. So that's, all your Ford stuff that's going on. That essentially, a GM night. Hello. I mean, they have amazing setups. And even if you just want to go walk around, take a look, it's a good time just to go check out, even if you're not a resident of Solon. Now, as far as the restaurants go, one of the big perks is the fact that their restaurant scene is pretty well off. You do not have to travel outside of Solon if you are a resident to go to a elegant restaurant, just a casual sit down restaurant, bar and grill type situation, or of course, fast food, because those are everywhere. I mean, they have you covered. And this isn't even the full of it. Like if I were to zoom in, there is much more that ends up starting to pop up. These are just going to show like restaurants. They're not going to show like, of course you get closer. There's, Starbucks right there, UNIT bar. And then what's nice is they actually have a restaurant guide that lays out everything for you. Casual and fine dining, Asian and Mexican, your fast food, all that. You got your coffee, your deli diners. I mean, you could see Burntwood Tavern. That's a really good place to go to. If you haven't been there, Annex Bar, that's another really good one. American Tavern. These are their two, most popular ones, I should say, that a lot of people end up going to. However, they're like a bunch of these are really good. First Watch, that one's a really good chain restaurant for breakfast. If you like breakfast or brunch, they have you covered. And then, your ice cream, your little desserts. Of course, Mitchell's ice cream. But if you haven't, or you don't have it around you, or you don't know about it, Honey Hut, that's the place to go right there. That is delicious homemade ice cream. It is so good. But again, you could see all of the restaurants that they have. Obviously, fast food to elegant fine dining. They got you covered. So that's really nice perk to end up having in Solon, because you don't have to travel like you do in my hometown. But let me know in the comments, like if that is, something that you're looking for in a city. Now, as we get into the really fun stuff, and this is the main reason why Solon home prices can be so expensive. Right there, the school district itself. There's the layout of the school district, of course. And then let's see if we could pull up, let's change this, go to schools. And they're not going to want to show up. Thanks a lot, Google. But fortunately, I do have them sitting in here. So as you see, Solon, #1 best school district in the Cleveland area. Bar none. #1, according to niche.com. I mean, look at this. A+ overall, A+ academics, A+ teacher, A- clubs and activity, A- diversity, college prep, A+, administration, A-. They are not like out of the A's. They are A's across the board. And this is why they are ranked #1 best school district in the Cleveland area. Now, as we scroll down, there is almost 4,600 students that are currently going. Their state test scores, 89% of students are at least proficient in math and 93% in reading. Good numbers. #5, best school district in Ohio. Huge. #8, best teachers in Ohio. Number 9, best places to teach in Ohio. So if you're a teacher and you're, looking to change jobs, like go to a different city, maybe start looking into going there because that's a high ranking. There's 607 that are out of that. So their school district is doing very well. There's their schools right there that are all kind of laid out. And then their elementary schools, look at it, all A pluses. Fantastic. This 5-star ranking that's on this. Like even in preschool, they are getting a tremendous education. I'm not going to guarantee it that your kids are going to get a great, like a perfect education, because I don't guarantee anything. Something could always go wrong. But I mean, it's pretty much 99% guaranteed that they are going to get a excellent education. Middle schools, A pluses. High school, A plus. Like, I mean, look at this. Academics. I mean, they are just doing an amazing job, over almost 1,400, for an average SAT score. ACT sitting at 29. And then this is a list of the popular colleges that they're choosing, OSU, Miami U, OU, Case Western. Like these are top-notch universities that are right here that are doing very well. And they're from my knowledge, they are, not easy to get into, at least with a scholarship. But the amount of students that are going to these, especially OSU, that tells me that there's probably a good amount that is, going on scholarships, because it's not cheap to go to Ohio State University. And here is their website that they have for the school in itself. Like they do a great job with even the website and the layout. They have everything that you could possibly want. The forms, the calendar, menus, their news, staff directory, everything is laid out extremely well. And the stuff that they do for the students, again, is just phenomenal. That is their number one priority. And if we look at, so this right here is Know Your School. And it's a Google Doc, and they literally have, a nice little setup where you can kind of like learn about everything. There's the early learning center that I talked about that is just absolutely phenomenal for those youngsters. Get them geared up, ready to go. Here's finance facts that they end up having in there. If you need to pause and read some of this, go for it. It's all right here. And if you're looking for a job as like a bus driver, if that's something that you're interested in, they will pay for training. They take care of the training for you. And, you get salary, you get benefits. And Solon is much like a lot of the other school districts, at least in Northeast Ohio, they are struggling for bus drivers. But, let me know if you guys are struggling for bus drivers and how it is in other parts of the country or different, cities. But they have just a great layout of everything. It keeps you on top of, all the activities that are going on for the school, which is absolutely phenomenal. I love how they have that set up. Now with the schools, though, as I said, that is a driving force for the house prices. So, I mean, what are the house prices like? What is the housing like in Solon? Good news is price point for everybody. I mean, you see right here, 95,000 all the way up to 2.1 million and everything in between. Currently, there's 13 active listings. So much like the majority of the country, low inventory. And it's possible that some of them may sit for a little while. As you see, there's 50 days. It happens. But this is the driving force behind the home prices, is the schools, because better schools is going to equal a greater value for your homes. And these solds right here, this is the past 30 days. And you can see, 196,000 all the way up to 773,000. So it's literally, you're capable of living in Solon. You don't have to have a high budget in order to get into Solon itself. Now let's pull up. Let's see, go back to this. Let's get back into Solon. So then I make sure I'm clicking on the right areas, and let's go take a quick peek at some of the neighborhoods to give you like a rough idea of what it's looking like. Let's go to, how about we choose down over here towards the southern part of Solon. Get our little Google guy. Let's just pick some random street. So there you go. Here are some nice colonials in a neighborhood. And that's one nice thing that I personally love about Solon is its peacefulness. There's a lot of neighborhoods and they do them up very well. I love how there's always trees, but as you can see, there's just different homes all around that are going through here. It's not just colonials. It's not just ranches. They're not all large homes. They're not all, small homes. It's a place for everybody. So even if you want to get into like Solon School District and you think you don't have the money, that is absolutely not the case. You 100% can get into this school district if that's a driving factor for you as far as places to live. So it's just tremendous of how they have everything set up. I absolutely love it. We take our little guy. Let's go over to here. Heavily wooded area. We might not even see any homes throughout here. They're way off the beaten path of this trail. And yeah, all of them. This again, like quiet street, tons of trees in the area. I enjoy seeing like the trees, and you're not going to like see really any houses. Like there's one that's tucked away back there. So you even have a big driveway. I don't have a big driveway, and it makes me go nuts sometimes because I have a truck and the driveway, it holds the truck, and that's about it. If that gives you a good description of how big the driveway actually is. Let's take a peek. We'll make our way up a little bit. Let's go over here. Try and find some different homes in the area. Oh, see, now this right here, Winston, I didn't even catch it until it went down. This is going to be a higher price point coming through here. As you can see that, I mean, these are large colonials that are going down through, Winston Lane itself. But we'll take a couple more shots here and just kind of show you the neighborhood. I mean, it's just, different homes. That's what I love seeing. Everything's not the same. I personally cannot stand when houses look identical and there's no difference. That's my opinion. Let me know how you feel about that. I personally do not like that. I like homes looking different and kind of being their own in a sense. But again, it's another really nice neighborhood and it's just peaceful. Now let's make our way up a little bit more. Oh, let's drop you over here. There you go. And here are some of your older homes that aren't going to have that high price point. Those homes were going to be, around that 800 plus that I just showed you. Whereas these are going to be your, your not crazy expensive houses. And again, it's really nice to have that much of a difference with home prices, especially when Solon is a highly ranked school. I mean, number 5 in the state. And that's always a driving force for a lot of people. Not everybody has a family, but the ones who do have a family or want to start a family, of course, you want to make sure your kids get a great education. And it's nice knowing that Solon has homes for everybody, not just, a specific budget of people. I don't know what is going on with this right now. And my apologies. And then if we go, let's go head out over this way. We'll go towards the northern part of Solon. Show you some houses in this area. Oh, let's drop you right out here on. Again, it's just a nice, peaceful neighborhood. And I love that. I mean, all the homes, they're far off the street. They're not right on top of the street. They're not on main roads. It's just nice. It's peaceful. Everything's, maintained really well. It's It's just wonderful. And this is the reason why this is a desired city, and it's a highly desired city. A lot of people do want to get into Solon. And as you saw, you know, there was 13 homes that were available. So it's not easy to find a home currently that is in Solon, Ohio. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about Solon, Ohio. Is this a place you can see yourself moving to? If so, go in the description below, click on my calendar link, book a call with me. I'd love to chat with you, see how I could help you out like I have many others. As always, smash that like button. Greatly appreciate it. If you got any value from this, or you want to stay up to beat on all my content that I drop every single week, click subscribe, turn notifications on. Also, if you're planning on relocating, check out this video next to me. It has some great key tips that you don't want to miss.